is on that side, Megan's on here, please. Let's keep the flow going, so if you have a question, just, let's try to keep it rolling. Anybody want to start? In the back?
DeVante, hey, Andrew Connon Live, nice to meet you. As far as your transition on the offensive side, you know, maybe not shooting as much as you used to and being more of a distributor, how has that gone through however many practices? And how many practices have you guys had, do you know? Is that
We've had a couple. I can't really tell you the amount, but it's been great. I knew what I was getting myself into when I committed to Michigan. I have no problem with deferring to other guys. I got All-American and Hunter. I got a great guy like Eli. One of the best freshmen in the country. I got Caleb. I got Brandon John. So it's really an easy transition for me, knowing that I'm passing the ball to guys I can trust, knowing that I can score the ball at a high level. So I love it. I'm able to show my IQ, my passing ability. So that's a good thing for me, actually.
Thanks.
What other choices did you have, or where else were you considering going, and why Michigan?
Well, my final five, I believe, was Texas, Texas Tech, Michigan, Memphis, and I can't remember the other school, but Michigan felt like home. Just speaking with the whole coaching staff. I had a relationship with Hunter, out of Chicago, so that was a big thing for me. Just speaking with Hunter, him telling me that Juwan was a genuine guy. He stood by his word, so that just meant a lot coming from a guy like Hunter. I trusted Hunter. We had a couple workouts together with the Kings, and it was just Michigan was amazing. I had a Zoom call with them. They showed me the Jordans. These to be Jordans. It's like it's a good feeling, especially coming from where I come from. So it felt like home, and ever since I've been here, they had the same energy since they recruited me. So I love everything about Michigan so far, especially the weather. I'm glad it's hot right now.
Back row over here on your left, DeVante. Hi, Jennifer Hammond from Fox 2. Welcome to question just about when you look at, Michigan and you wanted to compare, how much did obviously the chance to play for the national championship play into that? And what do you see from this group as far as the potential? I know it's very early, but there's a lot of preseason hype and talk about that possibility.
That was definitely a big key for me. Playing for the national championship, that's something every college player dream of doing. So just looking back on history, I did a lot of studying on like the Trey Burks, and I love this game. I love seeing the big shots he made, everything he did for this program. So that's just something I wanted to be a part of. The potential for this group is very high. I know we only had like a couple practices, but each and every practice we get better and better. And I feel like the more we bond, the more we do stuff off the court, it translates on the court. So I feel like the potential for this group, I feel like we don't have a ceiling. I feel like we'll be a very dangerous group because you got a good mixture of young, you got vets. So whenever a young guy messes up, put his head down, they rely on me and Eli, and even Hunter, just to put them in their place, guide them through, whatever mishaps they have. So it's gonna be a great year for us. I just know we gonna do a lot of things. So I just can't wait.
Thank you.
Yeah.
DeVante, I think the last time we talked to you was on Zoom over the summer. I think you had just moved in Ann Arbor within the last few days when we had talked to you. What is the transition like moving to a new place? And now that you've actually had a couple of months to meet your teammates, start playing with them, now at the start of formal practices, I guess, how would you evaluate the transition overall?
It's been great. Just getting a lot of love from the students has been the main thing. It's walk around campus, have the signed autographs, take a lot of pictures. So that's a wonderful feeling, knowing that people know who you are. But overall, I love it. Like I said, the weather's great so far. So I know it ain't gonna stay like that forever, but I gotta enjoy the moment. So I can wear my sandals, no socks, my shorts. That's just amazing. But basketball-wise, like I said, I love this group. There's no egos. We all know that we all can do great things on the court. So one thing I love about this group is we're very unselfish. Like at the end of the day, we know we can get a ball to Hunter. He's gonna give us a bucket, but there's a lot of guys on the team that can score the ball at will. So just relying on those guys is very easy for me. So like I said before, the transition is not hard at all.
Not to introduce myself, Larry Leach from AP. I just wanted to follow up. You said that being here is a good feeling, especially where I come from. Can you elaborate on what you mean by where you come from?
Yeah, when I come from, I meant to say like New Orleans, Louisiana, just being a kid, very overlooked, just cause, I'm 6'1", not very athletic. So I feel like it's a knock on my game. So a lot of people feel like, I can't do a lot of things the other guys with crazy athleticism, the crazy height can do. So just, Juwan Howard and staff just, giving me this chance and just, giving me the keys to come in and just, take over this program, to try to lead to a national championship. That's an amazing feeling itself.
Jeff Seidel, Detroit Free Press. You've played AAU, high school, at a different college. How is this different?
I'll say the level of competition is very different. From here in Coastal, in Coastal practices, it wasn't really high level. The intensity wasn't, consistent. Here at Michigan, Juwan Howard coming in with crazy energy. He just finished lifting weights, so he's coming in all big, feeling himself. So it's great. It's great. I love it. I love how when you come in, it ain't just the players, bringing energy. It's also the coaching staff and even the managers come in with a lot of energy. So it's amazing. This is something that you can't take for granted. So each and every day I come in, I just try to take advantage of each opportunity I get.
You brought up earlier the recruiting process and seeing the Jordans and stuff. How different was the recruiting process for you the second time around, and what was it like the first time around?
The first time around, it wasn't as crazy as the second time. The first time I was a young kid, just really going for the name and not really understanding that you got to look at the roster, look at the backgrounds and everything. So that was definitely a change for me. The second time around, I was more looking at the fit, seeing where I can fit in, and contribute right away. Also just building trust with, the coaching staff and even the players that I didn't know. So it was a big difference. Like I said before, just being with Hunter in Chicago and in Sacramento, that was also a big key of me coming to Michigan.
DeVante, you mentioned over here. You described yourself as 6'1", not very athletic. I guess how does that impact how you play, and how would you describe your game to people who haven't seen you play yet?
I feel like with my body size, it don't really affect me. I know how to use my body very well. I know I have got comparisons to Fred VanVleet, so I just try to emulate his game and using my floater, being crafty, understanding that I can't always get to the rim, and shoot layups, so that's why I'm working on my three ball. It's just understanding the game, a lot of studying, watching a lot of film. So it's not really hard as people think, but it's also just knowing that you got to understand what the defense give you, and take advantage of that.
I imagine you and Hunter are trying to build a rapport and ball screens and things like that, just trying to get that comfort level up. What's that like? Where does it currently stand? Where do you guys have to improve on kind of knowing each other and having that feel?
It's fun. It's crazy how I feel like we click so early and we only practice with each other for a couple weeks. So I know that we keep working together and just keep building that bond. It's gonna be even better. It's gonna be better than ever. So I mean, I feel like in practice, Hunter do a great job of telling me where he wants the ball, telling me slow down or speed up, whatever the case may be. So we definitely got a lot of room to improve. But seeing where we at right now, man, it's amazing itself.
Got a Hunter question too. You mentioned feeling the love on campus. Are you ever out with Hunter? What's it like being around campus with him?
I think the first football game was a night game. I was out with Hunter. It felt like I was with LeBron. It's like every time we walk around, people taking pictures, want to get an autograph. I mean, I was proud of Hunter. It made me happy, just seeing my teammate get so much love because he deserved it. All-American big. So I was just happy for him, but I would never go out with Hunter again.
DeVante, last week when Hunter and Eli were in Indianapolis for Big Ten Media Day, they mentioned you as a player they think could win Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. And first of all, I guess, what do you think that says about you that your teammates already believe you have that potential? And second of all, how does a guy who describes himself as not very athletic have that type of defensive ability?
First of all, I'm thankful for my teammates. Like I said, we all very unselfish. We all love each other. We all see the work that we put in. But in practice, me and Eli, we usually be on the same team. But when we do match up against each other, it's always competitive, fouling, just always going back and forth. But that's just what two competitors going to do. So just them saying I can get that award, it means a lot. And I'm gonna keep working just to try to fulfill that. But it's just being around Eli is crazy because he's like a captain. You know, we call him the professor. You know, he's a lot of things, and he's a leader. You know, he understands that he's been here for a while. So me, I'm trying to pick his brain, trying to understand like what I can do better. You know, offensively, defensively. And he just he does a great job of helping me each and every day.
First couple weeks here of practice, any of the freshmen sticking out to you in particular or catch your eye?
First, all of them good, but Caleb and Musa the only person I know come in practice looking for Hunter. Like he come in, you know, just looking for that competition, and that's crazy coming from a freshman like Musa, knowing that what Hunter did last year, all the accolades he got. So Musa done been doing a great job just competing on both sides of the floor. Also, Caleb barely missed. Like when he missed, it was like a while he missed, but those two guys really didn't, you know, separated themselves from the other freshmen. You know, the other freshmen also they've been great as well.
DeVante, I think I saw a measurement this summer that your wingspan is 6'6". Is that accurate?
Yeah, 6'6", 6'7". Yeah.
So, because at 6'1" with such a long wingspan, how do you use that to disrupt offenses defensively? I guess, do you make a point of reaching and deflecting?
Yeah, I mean, the season hasn't started yet, but in practice I try to, you know, see what the coaches let me do. So I reach in, they call foul, then I have to just, you know, keep my hands up. But I think it really come in handy when I'm trying to deflect passes or trying to contest a shot. Because a lot of people feel like I ain't gonna be able to, you know, to disrupt the shots because I'm 6'1". But when I put my arms up in the air, you know, it does a great job of, you know, messing up the player's shot. So just keeping my hands up at all times is basically a key thing for me.
DeVante right here. You called Caleb one of the best freshmen in the country. I guess just what sets him apart from other first-year players you've played against throughout your college career?
His work ethic. He always got to work out before and after practice. You know, I find myself, you know, working out with him a lot, but each and every day he's always in the gym. You know, he's a gym rat. He loves being in the gym. He feel like he can go practice without missing, and he'll still come back and shoot because he feel like he can do much better. And that mindset as a freshman is crazy. So I just love everything about Caleb, and I just know he got a very bright future.
Anything else?
DeVante, over here. A lot gets said about the culture Juwan Howard has built at Michigan from as an incoming player and someone who's been a part of college basketball before. What stands out about that culture to you?
Everything. Like I said, it's really the consistency, the consistent energy he brings. Just knowing that you around so many talented players, but he don't never like single nobody out. Like, he treats everybody the same. He wants the same energy from everybody. Like even though it's like I said before, Hunter, you know, he wants Hunter to bring 110% every time. He always on Hunter. He's on me. He's on Eli. You know, Brandon Johns, Caleb. He's on everybody. So I just love everything about him. And the other coaches also bring the same amount of energy. Like it's not just Juwan. It's Coach Sadi, Coach Phil, Coach Isley, you know, Chris Hunter, you know, Jay Smith, and like I said, the manager. So it's like a family thing. So that's what it is. It's basically a family.
Anything else? Hey, DeVante.